Hey everybody, Casey here. Welcome back to Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff. It's an old TV, just sitting there, in the forest, alone. Anybody could come along and take it. This was obviously not here before. So what is it? If you go over to your respective app store, you can download this update now. It is going to be available for 1 month. It is a full-long update. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. There was an episode of Family Guy, I think towards the end of last season, and the family Griffins, they kind of went through the different decades. So the 50s, 60s, 70s, etc. And this is what this is going to be about. The Griffins go into a TV with the cursed remote, which is oddly familiar. Hint, hint, The Simpsons Halloween. Anyway, long story short, we have to go through the different decades.
Yep.
So let's get into this. Hey Lois, check out this cool new TV remote I bought from a gypsy. What? Peter, why did you buy that? Cause she said it's magic, plus the buttons are so good and wide for my fat fingers. So it's gonna be an event, learn about time traveling, and travel to the 1950s, which of course is in black and white. Maybe in a second though.
What are we doing?
Hey Peter, tell me about the future. Does everyone have flying cars? No, but we do have those little robots to vacuum your house for you. Wow, that sounds amazing. Yeah, you'd think so, but all they really do is get in the way when it's late and you're drunk. I've stepped on like a dozen of them. They're all buried in the backyard next to an old parakeet. On 50s Peter! Which I'll obviously look at in a second as well. I think this is actually pretty cool. Not everything's always going to be black and white because as the decades go on, TV eventually changed to color. Although I think there might have been some color in the 50s, but very, very, very rare, if I recall. So is that it? I think that might be it. Let's learn about the event. 50s Lois is going to be the featured character for the week as well. Oh, and it's also called A Look Into the Rear. So that's what the official name of this update is. In terms of what we got to do though, have Chris, 50s Peter, and 50s Lois use baseballs to scare away 50 sci-fi monsters. Trade the decoder rings they drop for ray guns at the CLAMMY diner, and then use those ray guns to zap rockets and get bread that you can spend at Pop's Appliances for cool prizes. Learn about time traveling? I tapped it. There we go. See what the Griffins look like in different decades. Tap on Magic TV to select which time period you want to travel to, and the TV will appear in every decade. Tap it again when you want to travel back to Quahog. But isn't it go back to the thing I was saying in the beginning? I was thinking anyway that each decade is going to be a new week, but it could be different. I don't know. Travel to the 1950s. Okay, let's check this out. So I am right, except there's going to be 5. Does that mean 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? That means it's going to be 5 weeks? 1950s Quahog. Gas costs 18 cents a gallon. Enjoy. That's pretty cool. Peter, where are we? I think we got sucked into the television while we were watching that sci-fi show. This looks like Quahog in the 1950s. How can you tell that? Well, everything is in black and white, plus a clock at the top of the courthouse still works. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to invent a skateboard and fend off sexual advances from my mom. No subtlety in that.
Oh boy!
What in the hell? Say there, fella, you're a spitting image of me. I know, wow, you're a handsome guy. Hey now, knock off that talking like a nanty boy, I'll get your sock off, or something. Knock your sock off? Is that what I said? Learn about 50 sci-fi monsters, intergalactic combat, CLAMMY diner. This black and white is really, really throwing me off, but it is pretty cool.
Well, what do we have today?
Learn about the TV guide. Do I have to? Probably. Complete Sci-Fi Smash Part 1.
If you're gonna insult me again, just go away.
I met my Peter at the local soda shop. How do you couples meet in the future? They mindlessly swipe through people's pictures on their phones and meet up with anyone who's not totally grossed out by an unprompted penis pic. How romantic. and 50 Lois. But I guess we'll go to the very top, learn about the sci-fi monsters. And we can send 3 characters, Chris, 50s Peter, and 50s Lois to get the baseballs. Of course, you saw this all already, but I'll go through it again. We then have to get those 3 characters to use the baseballs to scare away these lovely looking fellas, the 50s sci-fi monsters. And then those wonderful monsters drop decoder rings that we have to use for ray guns. Learn about intergalactic combat. This is with the rockets. And to perform this, you have to travel through TV history, complete achievements to earn the currency of the week, and don't leave the past empty-handed. Use weekly currencies to get cool prizes. So I haven't actually looked at the achievements yet. That's probably something I should look at. But I'll do that afterwards. Complete time quests and zap rockets to earn bread. Trade in bread at Pop's Appliances for prizes. So you're from the future? What's it like? Well, women don't have to be housewives anymore. They can have jobs the same as men. Really? Wow. So what do? Shut up. In the future, people are rude bitches. That's kind of harsh. She just asked a simple question. But then again, we all know why she said that.
Well, what do we have today?
50s Peter, do something. Monsters are attacking the town. Wait, why'd you call me 50s Peter? Shouldn't I just be Peter to you? I don't know, I'm nervous. There are monsters all over the town. No, you can't use fear of monsters to get out of this one. You said a weird thing. Now you have to suffer for it. Play a 50s sci-fi monster and craft a ray gun. I don't know who can actually clear these. Oh yeah, I do. I forgot already. Chris, 50s Peter, 50s Lois. And to get the baseballs, how do we get the baseballs again? I don't remember. Well, I got one. Clear.
Wow.
Is it instant? Yellow. Pop. Yes, it is instant. Fantastic. And craft a ray gun. So these are going to be 2 hours, and the decoder rings we got, well, it wasn't enough. I need 3 of them. Now we know when you clear a monster, it's only 2. Boo! Well, let's go to the achievement. So let me just claim these. There we go. And these are some of the other ones. Have Chris bat around, which is assuming it's just going to be a normal quest. Chase have 2 50s sci-fi monsters. Craft a ray gun, which I just saw a second ago. Zap rockets 1 time. Place 50s Griffin House, which actually looks really, really cool. It's in black and white. The grand prize, it looks like it's some kind of bobblehead or something, or a little decoration thing. By the way, when I zoom out, these are all the different characters that are actually available for use right now. Bonnie, Quagmire, Chris. Learn about the TV guide. What is this? Oh yeah, so you saw the achievements a second ago, then we get the money, and then we use the money for cool prizes. So basically, this leads me into a good segue for my next part. We have to look at the inventory. So let's see. We have 50s Cleveland, which will be available for $270. 50s Peter, 50s Lois, 50s Griffin House, which drops cereal, it looks like. We've got, what is that? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what that is. It looks like it could be like hair rollers or something. McBurgertown, 1950s, drops the baseball gloves. 1950s Golden Pharmacy. Happy Viagra pills, it looks like. And that's pretty much all she wrote. And then I'm pretty sure all this other stuff, well, I mean, just normal stuff, but it's in black and white, so it is pretty cool. But on to the characters. Let's go with 50s Peter first. There we go. So let's see what we got here. We've got the cereal. And that requires get from the 50s Griffin House, which I actually haven't even looked at the craftable stuff yet. But you're going to need 5 of them, and they are rare. Well, we looked at it in the inventory, but obviously there's an actual area for it. Stiff underwear, uncommon, Quagmire, and Mort. 6 of them. Got the baseball gloves, the mitts. Yeah, we got the mitts. They're common. 1950s from Burger Town. 4 of them, by the way. And then finally, we got like the eye cream, makeup cream, pomade. 11 common from the 50 sci-fi monsters. So this is going to be quite easy. They're pretty much all common except for I think one of them. And that's because it's the very first character of the update. Next character, 50 Lois. So what was this? Were these actually the things for your hair? They were rollers. And you need 11 rare but Bonnie and Quagmire. And it is a 4-hour quest. We got the little happy pills. 4 of them uncommon from the 1950s Goldman Pharmacy, sorry. These are aprons. Yeah, indeed. 23 from the sci-fi monster. We got the iced tea. We got highballs. 1950s drunken clams. They are always, you only need 2 of them. Chances are this is probably like the final item or building in the craftable section. And then finally we got the pearls. Yes, we got the pearls there always as well. 66 from the Intergalactic Combat, which is a rocket. So where is the craftable area? I guess it would be the Clammy Diner, right? No, that was that. What the heck? Is it over here? Ah, here we go. And there are 7 different items available. So this is the first one that's going to acquire the money. Was there anything available in here that cost money that wasn't in that area? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So I was wrong about that. But it's going to acquire 30 of them. Remember, in order to clear the money, you have to get either achievements, the Intergalactic Combat, which is, the rockets or whatever, and if you want to go the premium route, Clamorama Theater. And they've got a whole bunch of others as well. So the Peter character or costume or whatever is going to be first here. And then Lois is definitely going to be second. So I'm going to do a really quick summary in case you're a little confused about what's going on. First of all, we're going to get out of here. We're going back to the original cohort. Each week is going to be a brand new decade. The first one obviously is the 1950s. So off we go back to this. And this is what we got to do. First of all, we have to clear these lovely things right here. Of course, you can only use Chris right now. Of course, you're going to need the baseballs. Of course, the only way to get the baseballs is from Chris, Peter, or Lois. It's going to be a 3-hour quest. There we go. And this is all you're doing. You're clearing the heck out of this dude over and over again. It gives you items needed for 1950s Lois and 1950s Peter. And it also drops a decoder ring. You take that decoder ring in the middle there. We just go shimmy shammy over here to the Clammy Diner. We tap this. Then we have to build the ray guns. Remember, you need 3 of them. The monster drops 2 at a time. When you get 3, 2-hour wait time. You take that ray gun. See what I'm holding down there, the rocket? You go to the rocket. You clear these. And this gives you a chance of getting, I believe, the money needed for the craftable items and buildings. And of course, maybe a couple items for the characters as well. These are all different craftable items and buildings and things of that nature here. Then lastly, we got the achievements. So the achievements also will drop the money as well, which is very important for the craftable buildings and stuff, because you can't really get anywhere unless you craft the different buildings and stuff. So that's pretty much it. I gotta say, I'm very pleasantly surprised by this. There has been a couple particular events where we've kind of gone back in time or switched to different areas. The first one being the Star Trek updates. We actually had it twice. I remember that very, very clearly. The other one was Bill and Ted. We went through the different time periods if you ever saw that original movie. And as usual, make sure you're doing and following the main quest line here, because above all else, you can't move on to the next week until you finish this. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. My name's Casey, and then we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.